Hi, it's Suzanne from the Painted Drawer, and today I'm going to show you how you can give your vinyl or linoleum floors a quick update using paint, and in particular Annie Sloan chalk paint, which is what I'm using for my project here, which is my powder room floor. I've already applied one coat of her country gray, and this is the color, and I did not prime the floor, the linoleum, prior to the first coat of paint, and I can tell you it has stuck really well. No problems whatsoever, so no primer needed. And my next coat, I'm going to go ahead and apply Coco because I think it might give it a little bit more of a darker look, which I'm looking for. I do like the country gray, I'm just looking for maybe a tad bit darker. We'll see how this goes. And then at the end, I'm going to use Annie Sloan Lacquer, and that is a water resistant sealer. So it's probably pretty good for a powder room. And I'll show you how that goes too. So stay tuned. So I finished putting the first coat of Coco down on top of the country gray, and it's looking really good. A lot of linoleum floors are like mine, where they kind of have a bumpy texture, and in order to make mine look kind of like tile, I'm going to try this. I'm adding a little bit of old white right here. Oops. Here we go. Obviously a very old jar. And a little bit of the Coco. And I don't measure, I just guessed. And mixing it up to create Coco that's slightly lighter than the floor. And then I'm going to dry brush it over, here we go, maybe a tiny tad bit more of the old white. I'm going to dry brush it, well actually just brush it at this point, over the floor. I'll show you what I'm going to do and see if it creates kind of a model tile look. So here we go. If I don't like it, I will paint over it. So I take my brush, I'm going to take my mixed paint, which is here, like so, and let me just show you what I need. So you can kind of see the bumpiness of the old linoleum is going to make it, I'm hoping, look like real tile. And I'm just going to do this technique over the entire floor, and then I'll be back and show you how it goes. So I ended up actually adding one more dry brush coat with more of the old white. And now it's really pretty cool because it's starting to look like tile, which is fantastic. So basically I take my brush, like so, and there you have it. I've done this now, the Coco with, you saw what I made, the first mix. And now I added even more white to create a second mix, and I'm loving how it looks. This linoleum actually now really looks like stone, so I'm pretty happy with it. Well, I'm almost done with my project, but not quite. This is a powder room and does get a lot of traffic, and it would be pretty gross if I couldn't actually mop the floor of my powder room. So I needed to find a good sealer to put on top of the paint so I could still use a damp mop to clean the floor. And Annie Sloan has this product. It's her lacquer, and it's made specifically for painted floors. So why not give it a try? The floor has already dried. It has Coco plus dry brushed on top of that, the Coco and Old White. And now I'm going to apply the sealer, or the lacquer in this case. So basically it is water resistant, and I'm going to use my brush to cut in around the corners of the room and the toilet and the sink, and then I'm going to roll it over the floor. And I will be back to show you the finished product because I can't do that on camera, as I'm going to start from the back and work my way out front. I'm finished with the floor and I couldn't be happier with the result. I used the Annie Sloan lacquer yesterday and I ended up just using a brush to apply it. I didn't even need to use the foam roller, and it went on really easily. I just applied it all over the floor and let it dry for 24 hours. Now it is super hard. It seems like it's cured really well, and I can see how it would be easy to mop up. And it did not yellow or change the look of the paint underneath. So I'm thrilled with my floor. For less than $100, I've basically given it the look of real stone. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, and you can check me out at www.thepainteddrawer.com.